One of the things my mom-in-law did that I really love is that she created her own cookbook, like her own recipe book just for her family. So she has four sons, including Ben. She made a book with all of her recipes for all of her sons. And I think that's so cool. I also wish my mom would do something like that because I love my mom's food, and anytime I crave, like I just call her up. But it would honestly be so nice to just have it as a keepsake. Make your favorite dishes that your mom always made for you. So I had this idea the other day. Ben and I love to cook and bake and also really enjoy good food. So I was thinking it would be really cool if we started our own family cookbook where we put all of our favorite recipes and the recipes we make at home and have quite enjoyed. One of the things that we do that I really love is that we have once a week we have this date night at home kind of thing, and one of the things we do is like make really delicious food and set up our home all cute and romantic and just like enjoy a nice dinner together, watch a movie, dance, and all those things. So like I love that part about us, and I've quite enjoyed those date nights. So I wanted to see if I could like create like a scrapbook or a cookbook that has all of our favorite recipes and even recipes that Ben's made for me. First time Ben cooked for me was this chicken parmesan and mushrooms risotto. I mean, that in itself was like so romantic and cute, but also it was literally so delicious that but it's also like such a labor of love that when every Christmas comes around, I'm like, I want this for Christmas dinner, will you make it for me? Because like I love it so much, and yeah, I always ask him to make it for us. So I feel like, like with our stories, so it's not just a cookbook, but it has like our stories of like, oh, this is the first meal Ben made for me, here's the recipe, these are some of our memories, even like include some pictures and also like the food that I've made for him and recipes of that as well. So I think that would be really cool, and I'm really excited about this in this moment. So I want to start something, looking for like a really cute cookbook that I could find, or like a scrapbook where I could like embroider the covers, put our names and pictures in and things like that. And I think it could be something fun to like share it with others one day, and share it with our family. Let's see where that goes. So this evening, I was actually really tired and I just wanted to nap. But when I hit the bed to take a nap, I was like, oh my God, wouldn't it be amazing to have some lemon cupcakes? I just like, I mean, I am PMSing and I was craving it so bad that I actually couldn't sleep. And I got up and started baking. I am very spoiled in India because in Canada, when those cravings hit, and let's say like I don't have the ingredients or even things, something like I have to go buy it, I always had to drive. And if Ben wasn't home, I'm not driving. And sometimes the whole process of, getting dressed, getting in the car and going and getting this thing to enjoy it was just such a like put off that I would just be like, okay, I'm not gonna do it, like whatever. The next time we go grocery shopping, I'll get the ingredients and make it. But since we're here in India, I was like, oh, I don't have most of the ingredients, but guess what? I could just like order it on Swiggy, like which is one of the e-commerce apps here that would like deliver everything to your house anywhere from 10 minutes to like it depending on the ingredients, but instantly basically. So I placed an order for all the ingredients I needed and stuff that I needed for tomorrow as well, and it literally came in 15 minutes. So I prepped everything, voila, I was able to make my cupcakes. I wanted to show you guys the cupcakes. It looks really good. I have filmed a recipe video as well, so I'll share it as a short and a reel. I'll also share the recipe in the caption here. So I found this recipe online, but I did put my twist on it, and also I only add like half or quarter of the sugar. So the last 3 years, I've been slowly reducing the amount of sugar I add in our baking little by little. And what has happened is that now we can't actually eat dessert outside because it just feels too sweet for us because our palate has adapted to having lesser sugar. And I feel like because of that, we're also able to enjoy the flavors a whole lot more. Usually I love to bake with like berries and fruits in my baking, and so I feel like I'm able to enjoy that a whole lot more without the taste of sugar overtaking it. So even today, like I made the icing and the cupcakes. I haven't iced them yet because I wanted to show you guys how I do it. Actually, not how I do it, because I've only iced one time in my life, but that is something of interest to me, and that is something I want to learn and get better at. So I've not iced them. I'm gonna try my hand at icing them today and making it cute, but I don't have much hopes. But practice, I just want to keep practicing. This is a hobby that I love and find so much joy in, and also like really enjoy the results of it. So yeah, icing is something I'm really interested in and I want to try it. So let's see how it goes today. Yeah, and I also like brewed some iced tea. This was called a hibiscus ginger ale. Actually, don't have it here, but I'll grab it. It's called a hibiscus ginger ale, and it's like really good and refreshing. And I feel like usually in the evenings, in the summer here, I hit a craving. I want something sweet. I want to eat snacks and all of that. So what happened was when we came here the first month, I was just like getting stuff outside. I would just get like puffs and cake and biscuits, and I was just like eating a lot of it. And I'm like, okay. And I actually even told Ben, these are things I've craved in Canada. I wanted these things, and even if you get them, it just doesn't hit the same way. And so when we got here, I was like so happy that I could have an abundance of these things, that I was just like having them every day. I was like, oh my god, especially egg puffs. It's to die for. And so even like the vanilla cakes in a local bakery, they're all so delicious that I was like, okay, let me just like get through my craving, and I'm sure I'll like snap back to normalcy again. So I did eat a lot of that, and then now I've decided if I'm hungry, I'm gonna have dinner, or if I really have a craving, and then I'm just gonna make it at home, because I can really control the ingredients and the sugar as well. So today I like only added half the sugar in everything, especially in my icing. I think I added a quarter of the sugar. Like, icing is crazy because every time I see an icing recipe, I'm like, there's no way you're adding 4 cups of sugar into this thing. Like, this can't be real, right? I like add quarter or like half of that, and I taste it, and it tastes really sweet to me. So it's like really confusing. So yeah, anyway, I'm gonna get the cupcake, show it to you guys, and then ice it with you guys together. And then if it's really good, I'll share the recipe.
And when you go, I will fall back apart. Find pieces of me all over the yard.
I just assumed that I was doing it out there when I'm sorry. I got caught up in the moment.
In this house,
You enjoy these things a lot.
I always have actually.
she says, hey man, there were just too many days.
Like, hey, this one's perfect.
It's got like a little like comb over.
When
This
our
perfect.
intentions only got in the way.
Really?
Oh my god, this is everything I dreamed about.
Should say.
Isn't that amazing? This is the best cupcake.
Oh my god.
Everything
That's perfection.
okay.
I love the saltiness of the icing actually. You got a little bit.
In this house of
And this is exactly what I was like dreaming about when I was thinking about lemon cupcakes. This taste in my mouth, that's what I was dreaming about.
It's so yummy. I'm just sitting here waiting for another bite. How did you do that?
I need to write it down so I don't forget.
Please write it down.
This is going in our cookbook.
Mama.
Hey guys, how's it going? This week's been a bit of a rough week actually. So much has been going on, and also I started this week PMSing, and that really doesn't help. Just a lot of things going behind the scenes that's been keeping me low and down. One of the things I have learned in the past couple of years that has helped me a lot is learning to ride my cycle, learning the different phases of my cycle, my energy levels, what kind of work should I be doing during that time, what kind of things should I be focusing on, even like workouts, meals, all of those things, and that has brought about so much awareness. So I know when I'm like feeling extra sensitive, feeling extra low, I know there's something going on with my hormones and that I don't need to take action immediately, if you know what I mean. That has been helpful, and I've been really aware of that this week. And yeah, this week didn't all start like this. It started really good with me making these amazing lemon cupcakes. I tried it for the first time and I actually couldn't believe how good it turned out. Then I also got invited to this surprise birthday party, and I was like, this is perfect. I can bring my cupcakes because I always want to share whatever I bake with friends and family and neighbors. And so, because like I bake a lot, I usually bake because I find it therapeutic. It truly calms me, and I also find so much joy and happiness in it. And I do enjoy the baking, but it's always like when you make one batch, it's still a lot for two people. So I just like, I want one cupcake, and I actually would rather make it at home than go out and buy it. So I just love the process of doing it. So I always make a batch and I always have extras. It was like perfect timing, and I just got to go and surprise this friend, and what an honor that was. It's only been 2.5 months here, and this community has like, we've met so many amazing people. It has been such a highlight, and to be invited and to be able to bring my cupcakes and celebrate with a bunch of other women was truly so special, and I'll always be thankful for that. So this was my dance teacher that we surprised. It was her birthday. She's awesome, she's cool, and it was really cool to go and celebrate, and we had so much fun.
And when you go, I will fall back apart. Find pieces.
And then it started going downhill a bit when one of my relatives was hospitalized, and we've been going back and forth with that and wanting to be there for my mom and my aunts and cousins as well. And it's been really heavy. Like, there's been a lot of heartbreaking stuff, there's been a lot of grief, and physically and emotionally tolling as well. And it's always just hard to experience things like that, but I'm a firm believer that even if you can't be there for your loved ones' happy occasions, for their celebrations, it is extremely important to show up in their sad, in their low times. And so I was like, it doesn't matter, no matter what, we're gonna just go and show up. So that's what we did. We just went, and just with that, like, there's nothing you can do in times like this, but so yeah, we were grieving and supporting and kind of spent our week that way. Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss of words today, but anyway, I just wanted to keep the episode going. I feel like this is something that brings me joy and excitement, and I wanted to keep it going. And so I was like in bed all day today and yesterday actually. I just like got up, showered, got dressed, making this video, and to give you a little bit about update and what's happening in my life. One of the coolest things that's happened is the previous video, which is episode 2, is at 10K views right now, which I absolutely did not imagine was going to happen, and I'm so thankful and grateful for that. Thank you so much for all the love. It's like honestly really encouraging. People say don't look at the numbers, don't look at all of that, but when the numbers go up, it is very exciting. And there are like a few milestones you can complete to become a YouTube partner, which basically means you get paid from YouTube. And I'm like this close to my first milestone. Actually, well, I did hit the first milestone, which is 3 video uploads. So if you want to be a YouTuber, you can do it. You just have to upload 3 videos and you can already hit your first milestone, and then the rest will come. And my second milestone now is to hit 500 followers or subscribers, and I'm at like 300 something. So that is really cool. And the funny part is I've not promoted it anywhere else other than my Instagram page, which is Oh My Grace. I have not, although I have over 2 lakh subscribers, 200,000 subscribers on YouTube on our couple page, I have not mentioned anything there, because I feel like Oh My Grace is such a niche community. It's like I feel like every single one of you there that I meet and hear now is like we just vibe, you know, we just get each other. I think that's so rare and precious. And I know I've been working on Oh My Grace for longer than I've been working on our couple page, but our couple page took off like way faster and brought this like big community. But Oh My Grace has been like literally been built by brick because I just refused to like follow the trends. I just wanted to authentically show up. And when you guys say, you know, my videos you bring you calm, like makes you feel happy, all of that, I just wanted to hold on to that, and I didn't want to jump onto too many trends or too many things that would go viral and bring me more followers. I didn't want to do that. I just wanted that space to be like my free, creative, comforting space, and hopefully that is what is for you guys as well. And hopefully this would be a larger space, in the sense not by numbers, but like we can spend longer time together through these videos. So I did hear from a birdie that there is a few haters, and the funny part is the hating doesn't even make sense. Apparently the hating is because of my accent, and they're literally everywhere like spewing so much hatred towards my accent. One thing people don't realize is that I've been made fun of my accent like ever since I was a child, because my dad grew up like in a very not a comfortable life. He didn't have a comfortable life. He grew up he didn't have a dad. His dad, you know, passed away when he was very young, so like he had to build his life all by himself. And so he made sure that his kids wouldn't suffer. That was like one of his like important points in life, that he didn't want to suffer. And to him, in that time in India, he believed a good English education will solve that problem, will keep his children from suffering, especially financially. So he made sure to send us to one of the really good schools in Chennai, which was all like English medium, where you would like literally get hit if you speak any other language than English. Like English was a rule or you'll be fine. And he like really immersed us in the North American culture as well. So like all of our music shows, like you name it, it was all North American or English based. So we didn't really speak Tamil very much. We spoke Tamil at home, and my sister and my brother actually bad than I am. They can't even read Tamil, and they took French. I took Tamil as a second language. And so what happened? So this is what happened, right? Like English was prioritized. If you spoke in English, you were like, and I was a child when all of these things were brought to me. So I like just picked it up, learned it, and actually English was my favorite language in school. During board exams in grade 12, I got the highest score that you could get for English. Everything else was average, like 70%, but English I got 90%, and my teacher was so proud of me. Although I grew up here, like I was in the choir all times, and my choir teacher would always say, Shiba, you need to roll your R's. And the reason I'm saying this is because this hater actually was like saying you're rolling your R's too much. Well, guess what, for 14 years of my life my teacher told me to roll my R's, so I'm rolling my R's, okay? And it's just like, I was also talking to my other friend who has moved from Canada as well, and she's getting this hatred in person. At least thankfully I've not gotten anything in person, but like from friends and family and neighbors, like, why are you speaking this way? What people don't understand is when you move abroad and you want, especially if you want a cultural experience, if you want to be friends with more than just Indians who also moved from India, then you have to kind of adapt to the culture, assimilate and all of that. And I assimilated hard first. When I moved to Canada, I took TV and radio journalism, which is broadcast journalism, specializing in TV and radio. And so my whole of my course was to learn how to speak in front of a TV, like be a news anchor, be a news reporter, like all of that things. So like, you know, how to film myself, how to record, how to speak on camera, how to report news live, how to report, or how to be a news reader or a news anchor. So all of that, this was my whole course for the like 12 months that I did this. And I remember very clearly one of our teachers, news anchor course I think it was, one of our teachers like set us aside, like just the Indian girls. There's only Indian girls in our class, and she set the four of us aside and she said, guys, I'm going to be really honest with you. If you want to get a job in your field in Canada, which is like to be on TV or radio, then you need to start working on your accent, because you're going to be discriminated against, or you won't have a chance of getting this job if you're going to keep on to your Indian accents. So of course we worked hard. and like all of our other friends were born here, and everyone I've met, like everyone I've hung out in Canada, there were barely anyone who moved from India that were my friend. I was always with people who were born there, you know, like that. So I always like went out and I wanted to experience the culture. I'm like, I moved to Canada not to live the same way I lived in India, you know. I wanted a broader experience. I was 22, I wanted to explore more, so like I always put myself out there, and I always found myself ending up in places where sometimes I was the only Indian, or if there were other Indo-Indians, they were like of Canada, like they were born in Canada, or their parents were born in Canada. So it was always like that. And so that this reminded me of my teacher, and I'm like, of course, like we were taught that, we were told from day one that we need to work on our accent, if not we're not going to make it here in our field. What confuses me is that I don't understand the hatred towards how someone speaks. We all actually speak very differently, and I remember even in school, like I think I was grade 8 or 9, some of my classmates would make me sit and read a Tamil poem or something like that because I had an anglicized version like of my Tamil, and they would just laugh and whatever, it was funny to them. But and my cousins, everyone would laugh even if I sing Tamil songs because it like sounded like English basically. When I moved to Canada, I got super homesick. I missed India so much, and I wanted to get in touch back into my roots. I assimilated maybe a little bit too hard, that I wanted to come back and, you know, get in touch with my roots. So one of the things I started was learning how to speak Tamil properly. So now I can like, when I can say the words properly, I can form sentences properly, I would actually like say it properly. And I was like, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make sure when I sing a Tamil song, it's going to sound like Tamil. And so I think I'm really proud of myself for speaking Tamil the way Tamil is supposed to be spoken. Anyway, all that to say, I don't understand what all this hate is for, and also that it's not new for me, that I have experienced this my entire life. And you know, like the way I speak either in Tamil or English is a collective experience of my life. It really reflects the life that I have lived, and I'm quite proud of it, and I'm really happy about where I am in life today. All that to say is this: whoever this person is, they are working hard, but what has happened is it has brought a lot of new people to my channel, which I've never really talked about anywhere else except for Oh My Grace. And the people who have liked it have stayed and have like even sent love, and I think that's really cool. I'm actually really happy about that. And so I guess I'm not gonna, you know, pretend like it didn't affect me. That definitely affects me, but there's a positive thing. There's actually something really good that happened from it, so yay for that. Anyway, I don't want to dwell on that too long because I do have so many things to share with you guys today. Where's my notebook? I actually wrote it down because I'm like, this week is a bit crazy. I need to like write down my highlights so I can here you guys. So yeah, one of the things I've been doing this week to like, you know, find comfort and coziness in my PMS is Ben bought me this daybed. We always wanted a, you know, some sort of bedding arrangement, sleeping arrangements for our guest bedroom, and we were looking and we found this daybed and I really liked it, and we like, you know, we're sitting on it for a while, but we decided because it's so hot and we don't have AC in our living room, it would be nice to have something in our guest bedroom that we can also use as a cozy and, you know, chill hangout corner. And so we got this daybed from IKEA and we put it together this week, and I was able to just spend some time relaxing and doing my cozy hobbies. It was so nice.
Spending the night in Dixon. 60-odd miles from a plan. Is it too late to learn to listen? Too late to be less a man? How many yesterdays are between us now?
It was honestly so nice. my dream is to create that whole room into like a super cozy, you know, bring like mood lighting and have cute lamps and put some like wall decor and stuff. But we really like I'm really controlling myself from spending too much time into this place when I know it's not permanent. We did buy a whole lot of things, like we already have spent quite a bit to make sure we are comfortable here, because if we're going to try out 1 year, we want to give it a real shot. So if we don't do that, if we don't make this place a home, then it's really hard to see if this could be home, you know, like, if you know what I mean. We need to be comfortable, we need to be able to feel like we can live here and feel like this is home. So we did save up for that specifically, and we did spend most of our budget just outfitting our house, and it looks really nice now. Like, we're very happy with it. When we moved in, it felt very hostile and didn't feel like home, but once we got everything, you know, with our style, with our likes, and just set it up, it truly feels like a cozy corner in the world for us, and that we can truly rest here, and that is important to us. So when it comes to like decor, I'm just like, okay, I'll keep an eye out. I might do some DIY stuff, because like, you know, I love doing those things anyway. Yeah, I love turning my hobbies into also something that we could use around the house or in our life. Because I feel like I can look at my art all the time and enjoy it instead of like packing it away. That's just my thing. But I also know I have to learn to just enjoy doing something just for the sake of it. It doesn't have to be useful, or it doesn't have to have a use for it. And then we also went on a really nice walk by the canal here. It was a beautiful day. It was like the sun was just setting. It was pink and it was green and there was flowers.
The cows got out.
Cows are here.
How many yesterdays are between us now?
And there's a bunch of cows that were cute. So we just like walked, and just like I went, every time we go for a walk, I just don't bring my phone, because that is one of the ways I could consciously put my phone away and just enjoy the present moment and my surroundings. Either of us have one phone that in case of emergencies, but usually like Ben brings his phone in. So that was really nice. So I wanted to end this video with giving a little bit of like my learning experience of becoming a YouTuber. Not that I'm an expert in this topic at all. I'm still like very much a beginner and just still feels very fresh and raw and learning. But if I were to start creating content today, I would first find a unique thing that I offer. Something unique. I'm sure people around you have said that about you, or said something like, oh, you do this really well, oh, you're really good at that. Hold on to that. And especially when you're starting, it's very important, because the algorithm needs to know what you're about. If you're going to confuse the algorithm by throwing anything and everything there, it's not going to know who it needs to send your content to. So it's very important you find your unique offering, or whatever you want to do. Just stick on to like 1 or 2 things and just do that, and just create that every day, or however much you want. The more the better, especially in the beginning. So just hold on to that. Make sure it doesn't burn you out. Make sure it's not out of character for you. You know, don't try to pretend to be something else that you're not, because people love, especially now with the saturated social media pages, people love authentic content. People love just seeing, you know, real raw lives of people. So don't feel like you need this aesthetics, or you need to be some sort of way for you to make it as a content creator. Just find that one thing and then start doing that, and be authentic, and you know, give as much as you can. Don't hold back. Show as much as you can. And I know in the beginning it can be a little bit intimidating, so obviously like take care of yourself. Do only what's comfortable. I truly believe every single person's story is super interesting, and so, you know, whatever your story is, share that as much as you can. And that's how I would start. And if it was me, I would start with YouTube. I would give importance to YouTube. In my personal opinion, YouTube is like the best platform for creators. I say this to everybody that I meet. So I always like try and prioritize YouTube, and it rewards you as well. Like, there was a point in my life with our couple page, I was sharing our life so much that when anything happened, I was like, I need to tell my audience this happened, or I need to make sure they know it, or I need to film this and make sure, you know, I want to share this. It has become truly like some sort of like a family or community that I'm like, oh, I need to update them about my life, and I think that's really cool. So this next week my hope is to go to a coffee shop. Finally, I haven't been in 2 weeks, and I just want to sit and rock in and do some editing work, because I have a lot of pending editing that I need to do for myself and for brands, and I just want to like go to a nice coffee shop and sit have a cozy day editing. And also Ben and I haven't had a fun day in a couple weeks now, so I also want to plan like a fun day. There is a place here that I'm really excited to check it out. It's like earthy and I think this is like totally my vibe. We're on our way to 500 subscribers, which is literally so crazy, guys. I promise you, I did not think this was going to happen. I was ready to take the very slow road. It might slow down, who knows, but I am in it for a long time and I'm committed, and I'm really excited about this. Thanks so much for being here, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.